welcome. So excited to be here live with you guys today. Again, I'm on Instagram and Facebook. We were having some problems with Instagram last week, so if you don't want to miss any of the fantastic stretches that we're going to be learning today, then jump on over to Facebook, Kelsey Andrews. We are on there. I'm really hoping that Instagram does not shut off today. I've done everything that they told me to do, so fingers crossed that this works. YouTube is not working, so it's just going to be Insta and Facebook today. Awesome. So just like we did last week with the resistance stretching class, I'm going to explain a little bit about what we're doing and why we're doing it, and then we're just going to pump right into the stretches. For those of you that missed it last week, resistance stretching essentially is a non-static form of stretching. So a lot of people, when they start to stretch and they want to increase their flexibility, they'll just if I was going to do the splits, they just pop into the splits and they hang there and they wait until time allows their muscles to relax and relax and relax and relax. And for some people, that works as a flexibility modality. For a lot of people, it doesn't. I am one of those people. There's a couple reasons it doesn't work for me, but one of the reasons that I love resistance stretching so much is that not only are you building length in the muscle, but you're also building strength in the muscle. Oh, hi, Sonia. Nice to see you guys. If you have any questions too, you guys, don't be afraid to just pop me a note. I'll do my best to read. Anyway, so we're going to start off today with the hip flexor and the hamstring. So I explained last day that those muscles have a relationship with each other and that when we address one, we always want to address the other. So last time we did central hamstring and the quad, and today we're gonna change things up a little bit. We're going to start with the hip flexor, we'll do the hamstring, then we're going to do the quad, and we're actually going to hit the lateral hamstring, and then we'll do some upper body stuff as well. Hi, Chelsea! Awesome. Okay, so hip flexor stretch. Resistance stretching styles, just making sure all you lovely humans can see me. Oh, you can. I'm just going to adjust Insta. Again, everyone on Insta, I'm sorry. We were having troubles last week, so if you want to ensure that you do not get cut off, jump over to Facebook, Kelsey Andrews. I'm on there right now, Andries. You cannot miss it. Okay, so we're going to drop into a half kneeling position, okay? And in this half kneeling position, I want you to make sure that your front leg, let's go with the left leg, is at 90 degrees and your back leg's at 90 degrees. Then I want everyone to stick their butt out the window, and I want you to do the exact opposite. So it's called a posterior pelvic tilt. You're going to rotate the pubic bone under, okay? And then I want you to flatten out the ribs. So you can see in this position, my body is very much just like a solid plank, okay? So let's get in that position. Hi, everyone. Awesome. Hi. Hey, vanilla hair, Kennedy. Nice to see you. Okay, once we're in this position, okay, we are going to make sure that we stay nice and rigid through our torso. We're going to take our hands and we're going to put them right on our lumbar spine, so sort of right where the SI joint is, okay, and we're going to hold steady. Now what I want you to do is I want you to lunge forward, so allow your body to start to move. Hold that posterior pelvic tilt. Hold your core nice and tight, and actually kind of push. Give yourself a little push with those hands. Once we are in this position, so the most sort of stretchy position, we want to work from strength. So now I want you to take your left leg and I want you to push back. Push your body back into your original position. You can apply a little bit of resistance with those hands. Let's do it again. So hands push pelvis forward. If you are one of those flexible people, which I am not, good. Now pushing left foot, then you can actually elevate this back leg. We're not going to do that right away, okay? So again, rotate the pelvis, making sure that pubic bone is pointed towards the wall. My glutes are on, my core is tight, my ribs are down, hands are on the SI joints, pushing us forward. Taking that left leg, driving the body back. So what you guys should feel is there's never a point where you just are totally relaxed and being a loosey-goosey, just flexible person, okay? The entire time you should feel engaged and like you're working, and that's really key to this technique. So let's switch to the other side, okay? I miss you too, Kennedy. All right, so this time we're gonna put our right leg up and our left leg back at that 90-degree angle. Again, we're gonna take our booty, we're gonna stick it out the window, and now we're gonna do the exact opposite. If anyone knows wings roll, we're gonna swing. You should be able to feel that pubic bone pushing through to, in this case, my window. Ribs stay down, abs stay tight, hands go on. SI joint, okay? And then we're going to push forward into that position. You'll feel elongation in this area right here, the working leg. Now my right leg, it's going to use its strength, it's going to push back. I'm going to go right into the second rep. We're going to do 4 of these. So elongation. Once we can't really go any further and we feel like, okay, this is enough, now we're going to push back with that front leg. Good. 2 more times. Dropping in, elongating. Good. Push. 1 more time. Elongate. Push. Nice. So we should have felt that sort of right in this area of the body. And if that's the case, that's where you guys felt it, give me a thumbs up. Hi, guy! Come and stretch, friend. Now we're going to do the hamstring. So we did the hip flexor, which was right here. So we're going to actually shoot to the back side of the body, and we're going to do the central hamstring. It's not actually its name. I'm just giving you nice general terms. So for those of you that don't understand how the hamstrings work, there's 3 of them, and they all do different things. So we're going to go and we're going to address the middle one, because the middle one is like pals with the hip flexor on the front of the body. Okay? So you can kneel or you can stand. It doesn't matter. I'm going to say kneeling just so you guys can see. We're going to take the left leg now and we're going to shoot it out in front. Okay? If kneeling hurts your knees, then you can absolutely do this standing. Not a problem. Okay? We're going to shoot that left leg forward. We're going to pull our toes towards our nose. So we're going into dorsiflexion. You're learning science words. Okay? We're going to stand completely tall. We're going to make sure that that ponytail is shooting through up into the roof. And then now what I want you to do is you're going to fold your body forward towards your left leg, but you're also going to stick your ass out at the same time. Your butt out, sorry. Okay? For me, that's about it. That's when I start to feel the tension in my left hamstring. So now we want to activate this stretch. You're going to take your left heel and you're going to push. And it's going to stand your body back up. So essentially what we're doing is we're becoming our own weight training machine. So again, going into, there we go, the stretch, good. Now we're going to activate, we're going to push through the heel. Now I want you to continue to push through the heel of that left foot. So you're still driving down, and now we're going to fold our body back over. This is the resistance stretching portion of the day. So not only are we, good, now push again, push, 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 continue to push. Not only are we elongating the muscle as we fold forward, because we're going into that stretch position, but because we're active in that leg, that left leg, we're striking down into the floor, we're actively actually, good, relax, we're actively actually shortening it at the same time, okay? And this is where the strength component of this style of stretching comes in. There's lots of science that I can talk about. I'm not going to bore you with it. We're just going to get into the meat and potatoes of it. But if you have questions, shoot me a DM, ask me a question. I'm happy to help you out, okay? So let's go now to the other side. So let's get our right leg forward. This is my spicy legs. This one's always fun. Again, straight out in front, pull the toes up, so toes towards nose, also known as dorsiflexion. There you go, science is cool, or anatomy, I guess. Good. Stand nice and tall, ponytail. If you've got one like I do, think about shooting it through the roof, hands on your hips or across your chest. We're going to shoot our tailbone back and our crown of our head towards our right foot now. Yeah, this side's like, oh my God, spicy, spicy. So once I get it right about here, that's as far as I can go. Now with strength, I strike with my right heel, and I think about swinging my right heel back, like I was going to kick someone behind me. And as I do that, it shortens and it stands my body back up. Good, again. Folding forward, good. Now let's get active. Strike that right heel. Now continue to strike through the right heel. So right now my hamstring is shortening, and I'm going to fold forward at the same time. So I'm doing battle with myself. Good. Strike through the heel. Continue to strike. Fold the body down. And what you might find, if you're a person that trains, good, give me 2 more of those. If you are a person that trains flexibility a lot, you may find that there's a difference between your passive range. So if I just stick my leg out and I fold forward, I can go much further than if I fold forward and I'm active. And there's a reason for that. We actually want to be able to avoid injury and maintain our wonderful lifestyles and maintain our bodies. We actually want to try and match those ranges up. Because if you're flexible but not strong in that range, then that's when, if you take a tumble on the ice, you pull your groin, right? We want to be able to, if our leg was to just shoot out, we want to be able to pull it back with strength. So that's really important. So those two, the hip flexor and the hamstring, those are pals. And you can actually bop back and forth between those a few times. We're not going to do that today because we don't have time. But if it was you doing some flexibility training at home, do 4 reps of hip flexor on the right leg, 4 reps on the left, then go to your hamstring, 4 and 4, and then you can actually go right back, boom, 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 and do it again. And you're gonna find like a huge amount of release, okay? We're gonna move on. We're gonna go to the quad, which we did last week, and then we're gonna pair that one with the lateral hamstring, because they're actually, medial hamstring, they're actually pals, okay? This is gonna help me get my split, absolutely, and your splits with strength. So there's one thing when we're like hypermobile, you know, a lot of the circus performers that I've worked with, they can do crazy stuff, but there's some ranges where they're getting injured, or even rhythmic gymnastics. So if we can start to go to those ranges and train the strength in them, it's only gonna increase your ability to do them, and also just your general wellness. So for the quad, if you have a chair, or if you have the edge of a comfy couch, which is off screen, so I'm not gonna use it, I'm gonna use this chair. You can also use a fit ball, like if you've got a big Swiss ball at home, or you can do this with your foot elevated on a wall and the toe pointed up, but that's for like super bendy people. Again, not me. I am a super non-bendy person. I'm just generally tough and ridiculous. So in this position, we're gonna take our right foot. Okay, our hands are on the floor, we're gonna take our right foot and we're just gonna place it on top of the chair. Now, if you have sore knees or a really hard floor like I do, I have a hard floor, I'm just gonna give myself something comfy to put my knee on. So, boop, knee, boop, chair. Then I'm gonna push myself up to a lunge position. Now you can see in this position already, like my butt's sticking out. That means that my knee is too close to the chair because it's putting me in so much tension that I actually can't do a proper posterior pelvic tilt, which is what you wanna be able to do. So, just like when we were working the hip flexor, we wanna start by weighing our tail out the window, and now we want to reverse it. We want to take it and we want to rotate it under, and as soon as you do that, you're going to feel this whole quad go like, ah! That's good. That's what we want. We want the quad to be going, ah, because that means it's elongated, okay? Now what I want you to imagine is that this foot, this right foot, this chair is horrible. Oh, there we go, a little bit of cushion for me. I want you to imagine that this chair that my right foot is on is like a soccer ball. So now what I want you to do is I want you to kick the soccer ball with your right foot. And as you kick the soccer ball, what you'll notice is that you're going to translate forward. It's going to look a little bit similar to that hip flexor stretch that we did earlier. I want you to relax out of it. I want you to do that again. So kick into your chair and translate forward. Now this is where we get crazy. I want you to continue to kick this foot into the chair. And now I want you to do battle with yourself. And while you're kicking with your right leg into the chair, I want you to push through the heel of your left leg and stand yourself back up. So what you'll feel is instantly that's gonna grip. Good, striking, kicking the soccer ball with the right foot. Kicking, 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 kicking. Continue to kick. And now push your body back using that left leg. You're gonna feel the whole quad light up. Depending on where your tension is, it might be in different areas. Good, let's do 2 more. Kick, 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 kick. Continue to kick. Really working to rotate that pelvis under at the top. Ah! Good. 1 more. Kick, 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 kick. Continue to kick. Nice. Now we're nice and open in that quad. We're activated in that quad, but we're in a weird position, so we want to practice graceful dismount. So hand goes to the floor. Swivel your foot off. And now let's switch it to the other side, which is nice. This is the side with the nice lighting, so I'm going to look all beautiful and young. Okay, so this time we're going to go left knee on the floor, left leg or left foot on your bench or your box or your couch, hands on the ground, push up, again, tight quads, what's new? Stick my tailbone out the back wall, rotate the pubic bone forward, standing nice and tall. And then in this position, we're going to kick the soccer ball or kick the table now with our left foot. Okay, so strike, and as we kick, it moves our body forward. Good, relax out. Let's do that again. Kick with the left, kick, 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 kick. Good, now continue to kick the chair with your left leg and push your body back with the right leg. So again, it's going to feel like a scissoring motion. That's what we want. Kick, 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 kick. Continue to kick. Rotate the pelvis under. Oh, this one's spicy. Good. Kick with that left leg. Continue to kick. Rotate the pelvis under. Last one more time. Kick, 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 kick. Continue to kick. Pushing back with our right leg. Beautiful. Nice. Then hands on the ground, graceful dismount. Woo. Awesome. So I'm hoping you guys all felt that in what I like to call my meat pants. My legs, right? All right here and the quads. Some of you may feel it a little bit more at the top of the hip. It kind of depends on where your tension is. If you're a hip flexor dominant person, you're going to feel the majority of it here. If we were able to kind of get down into the quad, then your hips are a little bit more open, which doesn't mean it's good or bad, it just means that it is, so don't worry about it. So now we're going to move to the medial hamstring, and that's the pal of the quad. The quad tends to sit, the beefy side parts of the quads tend to sit on the front and lateral side of the body. So we're now going to address their counterpart, which is the inside of the leg, and we're going to do that medial hamstring that I was talking about. So we'll do it kneeling again. If you need something to hold on to so you don't tip, don't be afraid to use your chair or your couch or your wall or whatever. Now you'll notice that I've taken my leg out to like a 45-degree angle. Okay. Why I'm running two cameras, I never know, but it's hard. Okay, boom. 45-degree angle. Again, dorsiflex. So I pulled my toes towards my nose. Okay? So just like when we did the central hamstring, now what's going to happen is I want to take that medial hamstring into length. I want to stretch it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to side flex, and I'm searching to feel the tension on the inside of my leg. If I don't feel it where my leg is, I have to reposition. So for me, I have to just bring it out a little bit further, and now I can feel it on the inside of my leg. So I'm going to side flex. Right when I feel spicy, spicy, which is right there for me. Okay. Now I'm going to strike through my heel, and I'm going to think about bringing my two heels together. And as I strike, I'm shortening those hamstrings. Good. We're in tension. I'm feeling it right in the middle. Good. Strike through the heel. Good. Now continue to squeeze your legs together. Imagine that you're like doing that cool thing where people get excited and they jump up and they go click, click, and they tap their heels in the air. You're tapping your heels together, okay, from the top. And now as you're doing that, you're going to take your body down at the same time. So again, we're working with resistance. Good. Straight. Heel to heel. Squeeze the legs together. Continue to squeeze them together. And now side flex to the one side. Good. Let's try it again. Keep going. I'm just going to read these questions. I feel it going down for sure, but not coming up. Oh, you won't feel this stretch on the way up. You'll feel activation on the way up, like you're in the gym, but you won't feel the stretch until you're squeezing the legs together and you're going down, if that makes sense. Good. Let's come up and switch sides. So the stretchy part, or the place where you will feel it, will always be, when we're working into that eccentric, if you guys know your muscle physiology and anatomy and blah, 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 blah. Hi! Hi, Rebecca! Miss you, love you. All right. My sister-in-law in Australia. Okay, so again, we're going to take that leg and we're going to search for that tension on the medial hamstring. So for me, I really need to have that leg kind of kicked out to the side and then dorsiflex, toes pointed up. So, you know, if you have to put a little bit more forward, a little bit more back, whatever's going to get that line of tension on the inside of the leg down to the knee, okay? So again, let's side flex now. Think about shooting the hips this way as we bend our body towards our foot. Once we feel, spicy, spicy, like the elastic band can't get stretched anymore without breaking, we want to strike through the right heel, strike into the ground. Think about scissoring your legs together. And that action stands my body up. I'm not down there and moving my upper body. I'm actually squeezing my legs together, and that's causing kind of like a cartwheel, my body to come up. Let's try that again. So down. Good. Push through the heels. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Now continue to squeeze those legs together. And as we squeeze those legs together, we shoot this hip this way. We're going to reach our head towards our foot. We're going to feel that full line of tension. Let's do it again. Push, 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 push. Continue to push through your right heel. Reaching, ponytail, crown of the head towards the foot, dorsiflexion. 2 more. Good. Push, 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 push. Continue to push. You can play with the position of your foot as you search for the tightest spots in your own body. Everyone is different. Good. One more time. Push, 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 push. Continue to push, scissoring those legs together. Flipping to the side. with strength. Beautiful. So like I said, everybody's different. I find I have to actually, if you can see my foot, yeah, you can. I actually have to slightly turn my foot in. I have to do hip internal rotation in order to get that stretch. If I'm too externally rotated, it starts to creep around. So you really just want to play with the position of your body to find the stretch that works best for you, okay? So we've done hip flexor, we've done hamstring, we've done quad, we've done lateral hamstring. So again, you can do 4 reps of each of those and go back and forth a couple times. It's just like peeling onion layers. Now I want to show you one for the lower back and one for the lats and obliques. They're probably 2 of my favorite stretches. These ones can be like deep and intense. So just take your time and breathe. If you have a question, please just shoot it up into the messages and I will do my best to answer. Hi Megan. Hi Dave. Oh wow, this is crazy. Hi Kelsey. Hey guys. All right, sorry, just had to take a little electrolyte drink. So we're gonna do lumbar, sort of QL, sideline, and you get a little bit of hamstring. It's good bang for your buck. So everyone's seen the traditional like modified hurdler stretch. We actually have our right leg tucked in towards our groin, and then our left leg is out and straight. So we're going to start in this. We're going to start in this position. Okay. So you're going to take your left elbow, and you're going to put it in between your left elbow, left knee. My goodness, Kelsey, learn how to tell your sides apart. This is so crooked. I apologize, Facebook land. I'm like, but I'm like that in real life, so it's perfect. Okay, so one leg tucked in, one leg out. Dorsiflex, toes to nose. Left elbow on the inside of the left knee. Okay, so this is where it gets a little crazy. We're gonna do like a can opener type position. So you're gonna take your right hand, put it on the top of your head, okay? And now what I want you to do is I want you to think about closing right elbow to left elbow. So I'm going to start, I'm going to spin my body out, pushing my left elbow into my left knee, and I'm going to feel a nice stretch on the lateral side of my body right here. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Maybe a little bit in the hamstring. If your hamstrings are really tight, bend your leg, doesn't matter. Okay, and now in this position, now I want to think about closing the front of my body. So I want to think about contracting everything and bringing the 2 elbows together. So I'm going to contract. I'm going to continue to push that left elbow into my left knee. I'm going to rotate open, get even more open. Let's contract, contract, elbow to elbow. Now, continue to push your left elbow into your left knee. And as you do that, use that as the pry to really open and rotate the spine. Okay, so contract, 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 contract. In, elbow to elbow. Now drive that left elbow into that left knee and use that as like your pivot point. So you can see as I do it, each repetition I do, my T-spine, I'm able to open up more and more and more towards the beautiful light in the window, okay? Let's switch sides. Typically one side is way better than the other. So if you're really good at turning one way and not so good at turning the other way, then you may want to do just a few more reps on your less flexible side. Okay, which I think this is my less flexible side. So right leg straight, left leg tucked into groin. Again, you can slightly bend it if you've got tight hamstrings. It don't matter. Right elbow into right knee. Left hand onto the top of the left head, onto the back of your head on the left side. Okay, and let's start by scrunching in and just taking that left elbow and striking into, right elbow into the right knee, and just kind of practicing that movement, like not working too hard yet. Good, okay, now let's work. So right elbow into right knee, really pushing, 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 pushing hard. Good, when we get to the top, continue to push through your right elbow, and now crunch, drive those elbows together. Good, strike. Right elbow into right knee, using it as like a can opener, pry, 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 pry. You'll see again, oh my gosh, I'm terrible at turning this side. Good, one more time. Right elbow into right knee, dorsiflex that foot. I lied, let's do one more. Ooh, because it's so good. Good, crunch, 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 crunch. Right elbow into right knee, driving, opening up. Excellent. So arms might be a little tired after that one. As you guys know from last week, when we do resistance stretching, especially when we're doing it on our own, self-stretching, our arms have to do a lot of the work. When we do this in person with a client, I'm the stretcher, the person just gets to lay there and do what I tell them. But when you're on your own, which we all are right now, you've got to use your arms, which means you're going to get a little bit of a workout. The last one that I want to show you today is quite possibly one of my favorite ones. I tend to have, because of just my background fighting, I tend to have really tight lats, triceps are really crazy for me, and then because of all the rotating that we do, our obliques get really tight. So this one kind of hits all aspects of that. I'm going to do it from this position, rock pose, which is seated on my feet. If you can't do that, you can turn your feet under and you can stay in this position, or you can also do this seated on a chair. It totally still works when we get into the action. So if ankles and knees are like sketchy and you can't sit in compression for that long, then feel free to do this seated. It doesn't change at all. In fact, it's probably way more comfortable. Okay, so we're gonna start on the rat side. You're gonna take your right hand and you're gonna pat yourself on the back because you're an amazing human. Yay! Okay, so hand right on sort of the nape of the neck as far as you can go. Your right hand, left hand, sorry, is going to grab your elbow. And you're going to, top bun was a bad choice. You're gonna have this elbow sort of pulled behind your head, okay? That's the position. So now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna think about like I guess the active portion of this stretch. This is the passive. If I just side flex and lean away from my right arm, I'm gonna get a really nice stretch onto this side of the body. But to make it active, or the strength component, I'm gonna think about crunching and taking my right elbow to the outside of my right knee. So I'm doing this, okay? And I'm gonna apply a little resistance with my left arm. So I crunch, I continue to crunch. Oh no, we're not gonna do that yet, just crunch. Good, relax. Good, crunch again, right elbow to right knee. So you can see that arc, that sort of side flexion that is happening when I activate those muscles. So now we're gonna move into the resistance stretching portion, which is continuing to crunch right elbow to right knee, and then actually using that left arm to lift us up and over the other way. So you kind of want to think about this is the action that we're doing. Obviously it's going to be way smaller because we're like doing this, but that's kind of the action that we're dealing with. Okay, so right hand, ta 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 ta, left hand, ta 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 ta. Right elbow, gonna crunch everything on the right side. I'm gonna take my right elbow towards my right outside of the right knee. Now I'm gonna continue to crunch everything on the right side, and now I'm gonna use the core on my left side of the body and my left hand to peel my right side and peel it over to the left. So let's try it again. Good, crunch everything on the right side. Crunch, 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 crunch. Good, continue to crunch. Now use everything on the left side of the body. Use your obliques, use your booty, use your back, use your hand. Pull, 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 pull. One more. Crunch, 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 crunch. Everything on the right side of the body. Squishing, contracting. Now we're using the left side of the body to pull it up and back, okay? Let's switch sides, shake those arms out. See how we're doing? Everyone's good? Good, okay, so left side of the body, pat yourself on the back. Grab your right hand to your left elbow. We're gonna crunch left elbow to outside of left hip. Then we're gonna relax. We're gonna do it again. Crunch, good. Now continue to crunch this side to this side, and now you use your right arm and the right side of your core to peel it up and over. Good, again, crunch, 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 crunch. Continue to crunch. Peeling up and over. Good, two more. Oh yes, I have a weird arm injury. Yeah, so like I was saying before, because we're at home self-stretching, there's some things that are going to be really difficult if you have an existing injury in a joint. Because we use our arms to stretch our legs so much, and in this case our arms to stretch our arms, if one side just feels super, super, super gross, then I would encourage you, if you can't like get into this position with the arm, then one of the things you can do is like grab a yoga strap. Let me see here what I got. I have just about everything, but of course not prepped. So if you need to make your arms longer because of an injury, right, then you can do stuff like this. So you can hold, like if this is the bad shoulder, you can hold here, or if this is the bad shoulder, even just being able to work in sort of these positions, you can modify the intensity of how much flexion is in that joint, and you'll still get a stretch. Otherwise, that you can completely sub it out for something different. Okay, so that was our sort of low back and thoracic opener in that L position, and then our lats and our obliques and our triceps in the arcing position. So just like I said to you guys at the beginning of this little mini class, when we're working with those balancing muscle groups, pop back and forth between them. So if we started with hip flexor, do 4 reps on your right leg, hip flexor, do 4 reps of your central hamstring on your right, then go to your left leg, hip flexor, hamstring, then you can go back and do it again. Hip flexor, hamstring, hip flexor, hamstring. Then move on to quad. So do quad, medial hamstring, quad, medial hamstring, quad, medial hamstring, quad, medial hamstring. Then you can do low back rotation, lats, obliques, and you can pair them up. If you don't have a lot of time, just do kind of one set through of everything, as you can feel like, I already feel a lot better than when I started, but you can turn these into pretty intense little micro sessions. You are going to be tired and you are going to be sore after this. So this is not a stretching technique where, like in yoga, well, actually even in yoga, depending on what you guys are doing, you can end up being sore. But this one in particular, because we're doing resistance stretching, which is literally eccentric training, which is literally the lowering of a weight if we were in the weight room, that's what makes you sore, so you will feel it. The benefits of this, obviously, is that we're building strength in length, and it's also an extremely useful tool for neurological activation. So this type of stretching gets our brain talking to our body, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. So thank you guys. If you have any questions, quickly just shoot them to me, and I'll stay on for a few more minutes and answer them. Otherwise, Friday, 10:45 a.m. live, I'll be doing a HIIT workout on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram didn't work last time, but it worked this time, so who knows. And also next week on Thursday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I am doing a Zoom workout. Again, it will be kind of like HIIT Tabata style, but we're doing it with a twist. It's going to be a costume workout. So the more people that register with their emails to sign up for this workout, the crazier my costumes will get. It's going to be super fun. So if you're interested in joining us, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time next Thursday, then DM me your email and I can register you, or you can DM me with questions. Let's just say that if we get like a lot of people, I'm going to be in full Drag King apparel, which I'm quite excited to do. So love you guys. Thanks so much for joining. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you had a nice Easter, and I will see you later.